So today we are going to discuss the projectile motion, right? So the projectile motion. What is the projectile motion? Listen one thing. When an object is thrown, right, at some angle from the ground with some speed or velocity at angle theta with horizontal, then its motion is parabolic, right? If you throw this pen, right, in the air at some angle with the horizontal, the theta must be right at some angle, not 90 degree. If you throw the 90 degree, it will move up and come down, right? Then it is not considered to be the projectile. It should have some angle, right? So, and this motion is this path of the projectile is parabolic. We will discuss this also, right? So if the mass of the projectile is m, the initial velocity vector is u. Consider the horizontal direction is the x-axis and the vertical upward direction is the y-axis. All right. So we have to find first, if this is the point of projection, it will move in this way and hits the ground again. This is the first case we are going to discuss, and this is called ground to ground projection. All right. Ground to ground projection. Right. So in this case, we will find how much time after it will hit, and this is called the time of flight. The maximum vertical height it will move up, and the horizontal range we are going to find. Is it clear or not? So to calculate the time of flight, maximum height and the horizontal range, right, we will consider the x-axis and the y-axis. All right. So you tell me, when it is moving in the air, moving in the air, how many forces are acting on this particle? Can you tell? Right. What is the force? Only the one force will acting on the particle, and this is the mg downward. Mg downward. I am considering the case after throw and just before the hitting it again on the ground, right? So when it is in the air, how many forces are acting? Only the one, g downward. So what is the force? Force is equal to mg and downward. Is it clear or not? So this force is in y direction only. Fine. So what is the acceleration and what is the force in the x direction? Say no force in the x direction. If no force in the x direction, so what is the net force in the net acceleration in the x direction? Say the x direction acceleration is 0. Fine. And what about the y direction? The y direction is Fy upon m. So mg upon m, and this mg is downward. So acceleration in the y direction is what? G downward. Is it clear or not? G downward. So you will not consider is it positive or negative. You will always say the acceleration of this projectile when it is in air is G downward always. Is it clear? You will consider, as I told you, in the motion in a straight line under gravity, the upward direction, either you can change the positive, you can choose the negative. In the downward direction, you can choose the negative, right? So if you choose the downward direction negative, then the acceleration of y direction you may write the minus g. Is it clear? But if sometime due to some reason, right, or it depends upon you, if you choose this the negative direction to the positive direction, then the acceleration due to gravity is in the plus g downward, right? Copy this. So let's see. First of all, we will calculate the time of flight. First is time of flight. Time of flight, capital T. To find the time of flight, we will choose the vertical direction, right? Listen one thing. When the particle is moving like this and coming like this, this is the initial component. In the ux, it is the u cos theta. The y component is the uy is equal to u sin theta. Is it clear or not? When you incident the light in this direction, fine, and suppose this is the wall. So if you look at the projection, right, when this particle is at this point, so what is the initial velocity? The initial velocity is u sin theta. When it is moving, right, I'm now deleting all these things. When it is moving, the horizontal velocity remains constant, which is equal to what? U cos theta. At the highest point also the u cos theta. At this point also the u cos theta. u cos theta, u cos theta. Why? Because in x direction there is no acceleration, so in x direction no change in the velocity. But if you consider the y direction acceleration is downward. If this is the u sin theta initial velocity, right, so the velocity after some time will decreases, after some time will decreases, after some time decreases, after some time decreases, and finally at the highest point, the vertical velocity becomes zero when it falls down, right? And if you make this projection, right, shadow, the velocity is continuously decreasing, right? This is decreasing, this is decreasing, this is decreasing, and here the vertical direction velocity become zero. When it comes down, the velocity in the vertical direction increases, and finally, right, it is increases, and if it is u sin theta during the projection, so in the vertical direction u sin theta, in y direction this is the velocity. If this is the x-axis, this velocity remain u cos theta as it is. Is it clear or not? So u sin theta during the projection in the upward direction, when it is decreasing it becomes zero, it is u sin theta in the downward direction. But the x direction velocity does not change, it remains always u cos theta. So what is the resultant velocity when it hits the ground? U sin theta, u cos theta component is u, so therefore resultant is u. Is it clear or not? So this angle is also theta as it was during the projection. Is it clear or not? And if you consider the projection, the shadow moves like this. So here the vertical direction velocity becomes zero. When it falls down, its velocity again increases, and when hits the ground, again the vertical component is u sin theta. So the time of flight we have to find, and I will use in y direction. In y direction, what will you see? Y direction, it move to the maximum height h and it come to the same position. So in y direction you will apply s is equal to ut plus half at square. Fine. So what is the displacement in y direction? You tell. It move up and come down on the same position. So y direction displacement is 0. What is the initial velocity in y direction? The initial velocity in y direction is what? Say u sin theta. The total time I am assuming the t. And what is the acceleration in y direction? I told you, minus g into t square. So this is equal to u sin theta t minus half g t square. So this comes this side is equal to u sin theta into t, right? The 1t will cancel out, so t is equal to what? 2u sin theta upon g. So this is the time of flight, and we are using the y direction to find the time of flight. Also, the other form to write down the time of flight is 2 into uy upon g. This is also used, very important for some different type of the questions, right? Copy this. So other method to find the time of flight is, this is the method 1, you can write the method 2. How? Listen, the initial velocity is what? When we are throwing, the initial vertical velocity is what? U sin theta. And when it reaches to the highest point, what is the vertical velocity? Say 0. Is it clear or not? So from here to here, the velocity becomes 0. So in y direction you can apply v is equal to u plus a into t in y direction. In y direction, what is the final velocity in y direction at highest point? Say y direction velocity is 0, the initial velocity is u sin theta, the acceleration is minus g into t. So gt is equal to what? Say u sin theta, and t is equal to what? U sin theta upon g. So this is the time. Is it clear or not? Now what is the total time? What the time it takes from lowest point to the highest point? The same time. This is t, this is also t. If this is t, this is also t. So what is the total time? Total time of the flight is 2 into t is equal to 2u sin theta upon g. So this is the capital T, 2u sin theta upon g. So the same time of flight you can get by the method 2 by taking this equation into account and using the displacement in the y direction, you can get the same relation, right? Same time of flight. Copy this. So this is the time of flight. In this time of flight, we can find the horizontal range, right? How to find the horizontal range? Second point is horizontal range. Horizontal range. The horizontal range is found using the x-axis in x direction. In x direction, what will you write? S is equal to ut plus half at square. Is it clear? In x direction, in x direction. What is the acceleration in x direction? You tell. No acceleration in x direction, therefore this term is 0. And what is the speed in the x direction initial? Say u cos theta. Listen one thing, when it is moving from here to here, the same time, what was the time? Say 2u sin theta upon g. Is it clear or not? So the total time is 2u sin theta upon g, and this term is 0. And in the horizontal direction, what is the displacement? Say range. R is equal to u square 2 sin theta into cos theta. I can write it is sin 2 theta is equal to 2 sin theta. Cos theta is the identity. So the range with the help of the x direction we can find, and it is u square sin 2 theta. Is it clear? So range depends upon what? Initial speed and the angle of projection. Also, the other way to write the range, this is the one formula which you will get, but in NEET and JEE preparation we use some other formula. For example, it is 2 u cos theta, and this one u is taken with the u sin theta. Is it clear or not? So the u cos theta is nothing but may be written as ux, and the u sin theta may be written as uy. What is the ux? Is the u cos theta, uy is the u sin theta. So the range formula is 2ux uy upon g. So this is the range formula. Is it clear or not? Okay, one more thing. If this is the range, right, it depends upon the theta, right? So what is the angle of the projection so that the range is maximum? How would you find? Tell me. What is the range? What is the angle of projection for which the range is maximum? For maximum range, sin 2 theta, this term must be 1 because its maximum value is 1, and it is sin 90 degree. So 2 theta must be 90 degree. So theta must be equal to what? Say 45 degree. So at what angle? Right, after this you can write from here. At what angle you have to throw the projectile? Say at angle 45 degree. Then the range is maximum. Is it clear or not? And what is the maximum range? Is equal to u square sin 2 theta. Sin 2 theta, either you can take it equal to 1, right, upon g. So u square upon g. So the maximum range formula is u square upon g. At what angle the maximum range is obtained? Say at theta is equal to 45. What does it mean? If this is the pen and you have to move it as long as possible, so at what angle you should throw? The 45 degree, making with the horizontal. Suppose the speed or the velocity u is constant, so it will move to the maximum range. Okay, copy this. So this is the formula for the maximum range. Now we can find the maximum height. The third point is the maximum height h. So the maximum vertical height, for example, if you throw with the speed u sin theta, the u sin theta is the maximum speed, right? Like this, you can make it once again. This is the u cos theta, right? The shadow you have thrown with the u sin theta, then the speed is decreasing and final vertical velocity becomes 0. So this is the maximum height. This is the maximum height. So which direction you will take to find the maximum height? You tell. In y direction, and you will apply v square is equal to u square plus 2a dot s. Fine. In y direction. What is the final vertical velocity? Say 0. The initial vertical velocity, say u sin theta, plus 2 into what is the acceleration in y direction? I told you minus g. And what is the displacement in vertical direction? Say plus h. So this is equal to u square sin square theta minus 2gh. So this is what? Say 2gh u square sine square theta. So what is the maximum height? U square sine square theta upon 2g. So this is the formula of the maximum height in terms of u and the theta, although g is the constant. The other form to write the maximum height, because u sine theta may be written as the uy, so this is the uy square upon 2g. This is the other formula for the maximum height, right? Copy this. So we have seen the time of flight, the maximum height, the horizontal range, right? Now let us discuss the few important results related to the projectile motion, right? For example, right, if this is the projectile, right, this is the x-axis and the y-axis. If you throw the projectile at angle theta 1 with the speed u at angle theta, suppose, right? So what is the range r1? You tell. The range r1 is equal to u square sine 2 theta upon g. Fine. Now if you throw the same projectile with the same speed, but the angle with the vertical is now theta with the speed u, right? So you will get the range r2, suppose. Is it clear or not? So now if it is theta, what is this angle? Say 90 minus theta. So what will you write? What will you write the range r2 in this case? Tell me. U square sine 2 90 minus theta upon g. Is it clear or not? So u square sine 90 180 minus 2 theta upon g is equal to u square sine 2 theta upon g. What you are getting? The range r1 and range r2 both are same or not? You tell. Whether you throw the angle at theta with the horizontal or 90 minus theta. For example, if you throw the 60 degree and another angle at 30 degree, so range r1 and r2 will be, therefore r1 and r2 will be same if it is thrown at theta and other is thrown at 90 minus theta. It is the complementary angle. Range r1 and r2 will be the same, equal to u square sine theta, but their maximum height will be different. The time of flight will be different. In this case, the range is same. What will be the time of flight in this case? T is equal to u sine theta, 2u sine theta upon g. In this case, what is the time period, time of flight? T is equal to 2u sine 90 minus theta upon g, which is equal to what? What will you say? This is 2u cos theta upon g. Is it fine? What about the maximum height? The maximum height h1 is equal to u square sine square theta upon 2g. Fine. This is the time of flight. In this case, this is the time of flight. What is the maximum height? You will write u square sine square 90 minus theta upon 2g. Is it clear or not? So this is u square cos square theta upon 2g. This is the h2. Are you getting or not? Right. So in this case, although the r1 and r2 both are equal, but t1 and t2 are different. If you find the ratio t1 upon t2, so this is 2u sine theta upon g upon 2u cos theta upon g. So it will be equal to tan theta. So what is the value of t1 and t2? The ratio of t1 and t2 is tan theta. What about the horizontal range? h1 upon h2, u square sine 2 theta, u square cos square theta upon 2g. U square upon 2g will cancel out, sine square theta upon, so this is what? Say tan square theta. So here you will get tan square theta by 1. This is the ratio. And what about the r1 r2? I told you this is the 1:1. When it is, if you throw by the same projectile at two complementary angle. All right, copy this. So this is the h1 and h2, right? So few more important result is given in your sheet, and this is the h1 plus h2. What is h1? Height obtained at an angle theta. h2 height obtained when angle is 90 minus theta. This is the h1, u square sine square theta upon 2g. This is the h2, u square cos square theta upon 2g. if u square upon 2g is common, sin square theta plus cos square theta, and it is equal to 1. So u square upon 2g. So the h1 plus h2 is equal to u square upon 2g. You will remember this. All right. Right. Very good. Also, this is the one thing. If h1 and h2, if you multiply, this is the h1 and this is the h2, u square sin square theta upon 2g, u square cos square theta upon 2g. So u square upon 2g का whole square, this is sin square theta into cos square theta. You may write, what you may write? U square upon 2g, this is the square, sin theta into cos theta, whole square you can write. Is it clear or not? So this is u square if you multiply by 2 in the numerator and denominator, whole square it is. So here it is what? U square sin 2 theta, right? This is 2 sin theta cos theta, and this is the 2g, and this is equal to 1 by 2 whole square. Is it clear or not? So it become equal to r square by 4. So h1 h2 is equal to r square by 4. So r square is equal to 4 h1 h2, and r must be equal to 2 root over h1 h2. So this is the relation, especially for when the projectile is projected at the two complementary angle theta and the 90 minus theta. This is the relation between the range and the maximum height h1 and h2, and h1 plus h2 is equal to u square upon 2g. Is it clear or not? Please copy this. So let's do some questions on the projectile motion from ground to ground. For example, this is the one question, this is the first question. You can read the question. Suppose there is a football, right, and it is thrown at angle 30 degree with horizontal, and the speed is suppose the 20 meter per second, right? So it will move in a parabolic path, right? And what you have to do, you have to find first the time of flight when it reaches the ground. Second part, what is the second part? The maximum height. This is the maximum height obtained, and the third part, the horizontal range, the range. Is it clear? So this is the question. The angle is given and the u is given. So simply the formula I will use for the time of flight, t is equal to what? Say 2u sin theta upon g. Fine. 2 into u, 20 into sin 30 upon 10. Right, g value is 10 I am taking. So it is 2. So 2 to the 4, sin theta is sin 30 is 1 by 2. So time is what? 2 seconds. So this is the time of flight. What is the formula for the maximum height? It is u square sin square 30 degree, u square sin square theta upon 2g. What is the u? It is 20 square. Sin 30 value is 1 by 2 into 2 into 10. So this is equal to 20 into 20, 20 square. It is equal to 1 by 4, and this is 20. 2 10 ja 20, and this is 1 by 4. So I think you are getting the maximum height is 5 meter. What is the third formula? The range is equal to u square sin 2 theta upon g. The u is 20 square, right? And sin 2 theta, theta is what? Say 30 degree. So it becomes 2 into 30, sin 60 upon g. It is 400 into root 3 by 2 upon 10. So this is 20 root 3 meter is the horizontal range, right? So you can use the formula to find the time of flight, height and maximum height, right? Copy this. So in the next example, suppose you can read the question, the cricketer can throw a ball to maximum horizontal distance. So maximum horizontal distance is given. So it will be thrown at angle 45 degree. Can you tell me what is the maximum range? The maximum range is formula is u square upon g at theta is equal to 45 degree, and this is given as the 100 meter, right? U square upon g. Are you getting? So from here you can get the value, the u is equal to 10 root 2 meter per second. Fine. This is the speed. Now they are asking, right, how high can the ball, cricketer can throw the ball with the same speed. Mean, if the cricketer want to throw this ball at the maximum height, so what should be the angle? The angle should be 90 degree and it must be projected vertically upward so that it can go to the maximum height. Here the velocity becomes 0. So v square is equal to u square minus 2gh I will apply. Fine. And the final speed is 0. The initial speed is u minus 2gh. So this is the maximum height. You may write this is the capital H. Fine. So the capital H is nothing but u square upon 2g. U square is what? Say 1000. This is the u square upon 2 into 2. So H is what? Say 50 meter is the maximum height. Right. So to throw the cricketer the maximum height, the velocity must be vertically upward. Right. Copy this. So in the next example, you can take, according to this example, the two balls are thrown at at the angle alpha and 90 minus alpha with the horizontal. You have to find the maximum height. Suppose one ball is thrown at angle alpha, right? The other ball is thrown at 90 minus alpha with the same speed. So what they are asking first, the ratio, right? This is suppose the H1, this is suppose the H2. Is it clear or not? And what they're asking, the horizontal range, the R1 and R2 are the horizontal range. So in this case, the H1, I told you in the theory, u square sin square alpha upon 2g. The H2 is u square sin square 90 minus alpha upon 2g, which is equal to u square cos square alpha upon 2g. Fine. So the H1 and H2 ratio they are asking. So what is the H1 and H2 ratio? U square sin square alpha upon 2g. Now this is u square cos square alpha upon 2g. So everything will cancel out except sin square alpha, cos square alpha. So the tan square alpha upon 1. So this is the ratio. H1 upon H2 tan square alpha upon 1. This is the ratio. The second part, they are asking the ratio in the horizontal range. Right. So as I told you, if this is alpha and this is 90 minus alpha, this is the R1 and R2. So R1 and R2 must be equal to 1:1. Right. Copy this. So in the next example, the ball is thrown at angle theta, another ball is thrown at 90 minus theta with the horizontal and the speed is 40 meter per second. The second ball reached 50 meter higher than the first ball, though you have to find the individual height. Suppose this is at theta with the same speed. This is the maximum height H1. Now 90 minus theta, u, the maximum height is H2. So what is the relation between H1 and H2? Is equal to H1 plus 50 meter. All right. And the speed u is given as 40 meter per second in each case. So what is the H1? What is the H2? U square sin square 90 minus theta upon 2g. H1 is u square upon 2g plus 50. So it become cos square theta. So u square upon 2g is common. So it become cos square theta. When this comes this side, it become negative. Right. And u square upon 2g is common. This is cos square theta minus sin square theta is equal to what? Say 50. Fine. The u value is, I am putting the value u square 2 into tan. This become cos 2 theta. It is 50. The identity you will remember. 2 cos 2 theta is equal to cos square theta minus sin square theta. So this is the identity you have to remember. Right. Now you simplify 40 into 40. Cos 2 theta is equal to 50. It is 2. Right. Then the cos 2 theta is equal to what? This is 50 upon 80. 5 by 8. Is it clear or not? So what they are asking? They are asking the maximum, find their individual height. So individual height h1 and h2 they want to find, right? Listen one thing. Although we know the value of the cos 2 theta, we have used this identity. In place of this, cos 2 theta also have the formula cos square theta minus 1. Fine. And its value is coming to be 5 by 8. So from here, we can find the value of cos square theta is equal to 5 by 8 plus 1, 13 by 8. So cos square theta is what? 13 by 16. Once you find the cos square theta value, you can find the value of the sin square theta. How? Sin square theta is equal to 1 minus cos square theta, 13 upon 6, 3 upon 16. This is the value of the sin square theta. So what is the value of h1? Is u square sin square theta upon 2g. Fine. What is the u square? 40 square. Sin square mean 3 upon 16 upon 2g mean 20. 40. 40 into 3 upon 20 into 16. Right. 8. 8 पंजे 40. 15 meter. This is the 15 meter. And what is the h2? h2 is h1 plus 50. So it is 15 plus 50 is equal to 65 meter. So this is the value of the individual height. The h2 is 65 and h1 is 15 meter. Right. So we have used this identity, one more identity. The cos 2 theta may be written as 5 by 8. Is it clear? Copy this. So in the next example, right, I am reading the question. Particle when launched at angle of 50 degree with horizontal is 1.5 kilometer is the range. What is the range of the projectile when launched at 45 degree with the horizontal? Right, listen one thing. If this is the 15 degree, the u speed is given, the range is r1. The value of r1 is 1.5 kilometer. Fine. And 15 degree. So what is the r1? U square sine 2 theta upon g is equal to u square sine 2 into 15 upon g, u square upon g. This is sine 30 is equal to r1. All right. And sine 30 value is 1 by 2 into 1 by 2. So the 2r1 is equal to u square upon g. This is the equation number 1. Now, what they are asking, the range when it is inclined at 45 with the same speed. Although in this case the range will be the maximum and the maximum range will be only u square upon g. So what is the u square upon g? The value is 2 into r1. The r1 was 1.5. So the 3 kilometer is the maximum range in this case when the angle of projection is 45 degree. Is it clear? Copy this. So in the next example, show that the projection angle theta for a projectile launched from the origin is given by this. Right, maximum and horizontal range is given. Suppose it is theta naught u. So this is the maximum height and the range, and they are asking the angle theta naught, angle of projection. Here the range is u square sine 2 theta upon g. The maximum height is u square sine square theta upon 2g. This is the equation 1, equation 2. Right. So we have to find the value of the tan theta. So if the 1 and 2 are divided, all right, what is 1? The h upon r, the value of h, u square sine square theta upon 2g, sine 2 theta upon g. U square upon g and u square upon g will cancel out. In the numerator, sine 2 theta. Right. And this is the sine square theta upon 2 into sine 2 theta. What is the formula for sine 2 theta? 2 into 2 sine theta cos theta. Sine theta will cancel out. It is equal to 4 into cos theta, 1 by 4. It is tan theta, or tan theta node you can write. This is h upon r. All right. Now the tan theta node may be written as h upon r, right, into 4. So what is the theta naught? Tan inverse 4h upon r. So this is the angle of projection in terms of maximum height and the horizontal range. Copy this. So in the next example, the question is a ball is of mass m thrown vertically upward. Another ball of mass 2m, the mass does not matter, is thrown at angle theta with the vertical. You have to remember both of them stay in air for same time period. What is the ratio of height obtained? Right, the mass m vertical upward, right, this is vertical upward, and the mass 2m at angle theta with the vertical, right, and it moved like this, it moved like this. So both stay in the for the same time period. If it is the speed is u1, suppose the speed is u2, so what is the time of flight in this case? T1 is 2u1 upon g. Fine. In this case, if it is theta, this is 90 minus theta. So what is the T2? Say 2u sine 90 minus theta upon g. So the T2 is 2u cos theta upon g. Is it clear or not? Fine. So what they are saying, both stay in the air for the same time period. It means its time period and its time period are same. T1 and T2 are same. So 2u1 upon g is equal to speed supposed to be u2. This is u2, 2u2 cos theta upon g. So u1 is equal to u2 into cos theta. This is the relation in the speed. Are you getting or not? Now what they are asking, height obtained. The height h1, the height h2. So in this case, what is the maximum height h1? Say u square upon 2g, right? u1 square upon 2g. What is the height in this case? u2 square sin square theta. Here theta is the 90 minus theta and upon 2g, which is equal to cos square theta upon 2g. So what is the ratio of h1 and h2? Is equal to u1 square upon 2g, u2 square cos square theta upon 2g. Is it clear or not? 2g will cancel out, u1 square upon u2 cos square theta. So u1 and u2 cos square theta both are same. I think you are getting the ratio of the maximum height h1 and h2 is equal to 1:2. And it must be, because the maximum height or the time of flight depends upon the right vertical component. If the vertical component, if this is u2 and this is what? This is u2 cos theta, right? If these vertical components are equal, so their time periods are equal and the maximum height attained by those particles is also equal, right? Copy this. So in the next example, this is the example. You can read the question. The ceiling of a long hall is 25 meter high. And what is the maximum horizontal distance that a ball thrown with the speed 40 meter per second can go without hitting the ceiling of the hall? Suppose this is the hall, this is the ground, this is the floor, and this is the ceiling, and the height is 25 meter. Fine. So you have to throw the ball like this, such that it just touches the ceiling. This is the ceiling. Are you getting or not? The maximum horizontal range in this case they are asking, and the maximum height is 25 meter is given. Is it clear or not? Like this. So the maximum height is what? Say u square sin square theta upon 2g. The maximum height is h is given. So in this case, the range they are asking. So what is the range? Say u square sin 2 theta upon g. Is it clear or not? And so in this question, what is given? The maximum height is u square sin square theta upon 2g. It is given. So the maximum height is 25 is equal to u square, mean the speed is given as the 40 meter per second. 40 square into sin square theta upon 2 into 10, it is 20. So from here you can get the value of the sine square theta 25 into 20 upon 40 into 40. So this is 2, right? 5 25, 5 upon 16. Is it clear or not? If you know the sine square theta value, the cos square theta value you can find 1 minus sine square theta using this, right? So this is 1 minus 5 upon 16, so 11 upon 16, the value of cos square theta. Fine. Now in this case they are asking the range, so we can apply the formula u square sine 2 theta upon g, which may be written as 2 sine theta into cos theta upon g. The u value is what? Say 40 square. This is 2 into sine theta. The sine theta is what? Root 5 upon 16. What is the cos theta? Root 11 upon 16. Upon g value is 10. Is it clear or not? So this is 1600 into 2, 1 by 4, root 5, 1 by 4, root 11 upon 10. 4 चौक 16, so this is 10 into 2 into root 5 into root 11. So this is 20. 4 चौक 16, yes, it is 55. So what is this is the maximum range. So root 55 value is 7.41, right? Multiply by 20, it is 148.32 meter is the range, right? So this is the question. Here the maximum height is given, the maximum range is asked. In this case, what will be the maximum range? The speed by which it is thrown is 40 meter per second. So first, using this range and the speed, we will find the angle and the sine square theta. If once you found, right, no need to get the value of exact value of the theta. So just sine square theta value you can find, right? What is the sine theta value? Square root of 5 by 16, which is 5 by 4. In the same way, when you know the value of the sine square theta, the cos square theta, the cos theta value is root 11 upon 4. So you have to find if the range, right? Write it, sine 2 theta is equal to 2 sine theta cos theta, put the value, get the answer, right? Copy this. So now we can discuss few more questions using the concept. First I will explain the concept. Suppose this is the projectile, ground to ground projectile we are talking. It move in parabolic path, right? And the total time is t. Listen one thing. The initial velocity is u cos theta. Vertical direction, it is u sin theta. Is it clear or not? It is uy and this is the ux. Now listen, at 2 points which is at the same height, this is height h and this is also the height h. Is it fine? So when it will move, suppose this time is taken to be the t1, and when it is at the same vertical displacement, the time taken is the t2. Is it clear or not? So therefore from here to here the time is also what, t1. So what does it mean? What is the total time of flight? Say t1 plus t2. What is the meaning of the t1 plus t2? The total time of flight. Total time of flight, where the t1 and the t2 are the times at which the particle at the same height from the ground. Is it clear or not? This is the one relation you have to write. Also, sometime they will give you the t1 and t2, that is the times when the particle at the same vertical height. So what the time you will write? t1 plus t2, and also this t1 plus t2 may be written as the total time of flight is 2u sin theta upon g is equal to t1 plus t2. Is it clear or not? Another thing, this height when the particle is at the same vertical displacement at h, t1 and t2, so this height is given as 1 by 2 g t1 and t2. Is it clear or not? So although this is the same formula we have discussed in the motion under gravity in a straight line, right? When the particle goes, right, if you throw the particle with the speed u, right, it move up and go down. So at the same height during ascent and during descent, it takes, suppose the time t1 and this is the time, say t2. So this time is what? Say t1 also. So what is the total time of flight? Say t1 plus t2. Is it clear or not? And what is this what is this height, position of this point? The height is 1 by 2 gt1 into t2. This is the formula, right? How does it come? I will explain. Listen one thing. Suppose the initial velocity in, for this also and this also we have done. Now for this, what you have to do, in y direction, apply s is equal to ut plus half at square. Are you getting or not? So displacement. So can you tell me what is the displacement after time t? The displacement is plus h. The initial velocity is u sine theta into time t1. Acceleration is minus g into t1 square. Is it clear or not? Now the h is equal to u sine theta. What is the value of the u sine theta? From here you will get u sine theta is equal to g upon 2 t1 plus t2. Fine. I will put the value of u sine theta over here. This is g by 2 t1 plus t2 into t1 minus half g t1 square, half g t1 square, half g t1 t2 minus half g t1 square. It will cancel. So what is the height? What is the height? Say half g t1 and t2. Are you getting or not? So this is the concept. Half g t1 t2 is that height. In the vertical motion under gravity also the same formula works. Do you understand? Copy this. So now let's do some questions on the basis of this. Question is, projectile is thrown with the speed u making angle theta with the horizontal at t is equal to 0. It crosses the 2 points of equal height at time t1 is equal to 1 second and 3 second. Calculate the maximum height. They are not asking that point height. Suppose this is the u and theta, right, at same vertical point, at the same vertical point, same vertical displacement, they are at, what is the time? Say it is the 1 second after and after 3 seconds. Is it clear? So this is also equal to what? 1 second. So what is the total time of flight? Can you tell? Yes, t1 plus t2, t2 plus t1. By symmetry, this time is equal 1 plus 3 is equal to 4 seconds. So what is the t? Is equal to 4 seconds is equal to 2u sine theta upon g. So this is 2 into g is equal to u sine theta. This is the equation number 1. But what they are asking? The maximum height in this case. Although if they ask this height, so the formula is half g t1 t2 I will apply 1 by 2 tan into 1 into 3 is equal to 15 meter. So they are at the same height 15 meter at t is equal to 1 second and t is equal to 3 second. But in this question they are asking the maximum height. The maximum height formula is u square sine square theta upon 2g. The value of u sine theta is 2g whole square into 2g. So answer, what will you give? Is equal to 20 meter. Right? Copy this. So the next example I am taking, stone to be thrown so as to cover horizontal distance of 3 meter. If the velocity of projectile is 7 meter per second, you have to find the angle of projection. In the second part, the maximum horizontal displacement if the speed is 7 meter per second. So what is given in the question? So this is the speed u, 7 meter per second. This theta you have to find if the range is equal to what? Say 3 meter. Are you getting? So in first part they are asking the angle theta. How? R is equal to u square sine 2 theta upon g. What is the range? 3. The speed is, you tell, 7 square sine 2 theta upon 2 into 10. Use R is equal to u upon 10 only. So 30 upon 21 is equal to sine 2 theta. When you will calculate this, you will get point, right, sine 2 theta is equal to 0.28. Although here the value of g is taken as to be 9.8. So sine 2 theta is equal to 3 into 9.8 upon 21. 3 सत्ते 21, right? 3 सत्ते 21, and this is the, wait for 1 minute, 3 into 9.8 into 7 into 7, right, like this. So when you will calculate, it comes to be 0.6 approximately, and it is equal to 3 by 5. So therefore it is sine 37 degree. So 2 theta is equal to 37 degree approximately. 37 by 2, 1 upon 8.5 degree. So the angle of projection is 18.5 degree in this case. Are you getting or not? Now in the second part, what they are asking? They are asking the horizontal maximum displacement for the speed u also. So what is the maximum range? Tell me. This is the range when the theta is something like that. To find the maximum range, the angle must be 45 degree. The speed is 7 meter per second. It will move like this. What is the maximum range you tell? Say u square upon g. So what is the u square? Upon 10. Just the maximum range is, you take the value of 9.8. This is the 9.8. Is it clear or not? So it is 490 upon 98. So it is 10 upon 2. The maximum range is approximately 5 meter is the correct answer. Copy it. So in this question, you can read in the next example, the two projectiles are projected at angle theta and pi by 2 minus theta with to the horizontal with the speed 20 meter per second. One of them rise 10 meter higher than the other, then find the angle of projection. Theta you have to find. Suppose this is the theta, right? The speed is 20 meter per second. Suppose it moved to the h1. Now the complementary angle with the same speed 90 minus theta, it moves to the h2, and the h2 is h1 plus, right, how much? Say 10 meter. Is it clear or not? So what is the h1? Say u square sine square theta upon 2g. What is the h2? It is u square sine square 90 minus theta upon 2g. Again, I will write it 2 square cos square theta upon 2g. I think you are getting or not? Fine. So h2 minus h1 is equal to 10. This is the h2 cos square theta. This is the h1 sin square theta into 10. So I will take cos square theta minus sin square theta is equal to what? 10. So what they're asking, u square. What is the u? Say 20 meter per second. This is the 20 square upon 20. 2g mean 2 into 10 into 20. This is the cos 2 theta is equal to 10. So is equal to 20 into cos 2 theta is equal to 10. Is equal to, tell me, it is 1 by 2. If cos 2 theta is equal to 1 by 2 mean it is cos 60 degree. 2 theta is equal to 60 mean 30 degree. So angle of projection is, one of the angle of projection is 30 degree and another angle of projection is 90 minus 30 is equal to 60 degree. So one angle is 30 degree, the another angle is 60 degree. Is it fine? Copy this. Okay, so in the next example, I'm reading. A boy stands 78.4 meter away from a building and throws a ball with just enter a window at maximum height 39.2 meter above the ground. You have to find the velocity of the projection, right? So in this question, the boy is, this is, suppose this is the building, and in the building there is a window like this. So and the boy is standing at 78.4 meter away from this building, and the speed supposed to be the u, right, and the maximum height, it goes like this. So this maximum height of the building is given as 39.2 meter height. Is it clear? That is the thing. So what they're asking, calculate the velocity of the projection. If this is 78, again on the other side will be the 78. So range will be equal to 2 into 78.4, right? So it is 8. 8 दूनी 16, 156. Range is 156.8 meter. Are you getting? The velocity of the projection they are asking. Is it clear or not? So window at a maximum height. So the range is what? Range is equal to u square sine 2 theta upon g. The range is 156.8. The speed, what their speed? The maximum height is also given. So can you write the equation for the maximum height? The h is equal to u square sine square theta upon 2g. The h is given 39.2. The u square u square, okay, this is the range, this is the h, this is the range, u square sine 2 theta upon g. Getting or not? The maximum range is given and the height is also given. So h upon r, right, h upon r is equal to u square sine square theta upon 2g sine 2 theta upon g. You will get sine square theta upon 2 sine theta is equal to sine theta upon 4 cos theta is equal to 1 upon 4 tan theta. Are you getting? So what is the tan theta value? Is equal to 4 into h upon r, 4 into maximum height upon 156.8. Are you getting? When you will calculate, it is come to 1. So 1 mean the angle of projection is what? You will say it is 45 degrees. So what they are asking? They are asking the velocity of the projection. So you can take any of the equation, or you can take the range equation, range. So the range is maximum, which is equal to u square upon g, because sine 2 theta is 1. The maximum range is 156.8. The speed we have to find, and the value of g I am taking 9.8. So it is 156.8 into 9.8. When you will calculate into 9.8, the speed is 39.2 meter per second. So this is the speed by which the body should be thrown at angle 45 degree, so that it can follow this path. Are you getting? Copy this.